Welcome to Speedy Walkthroughs, where we show just the important stuff for beating the game. For first time viewers, this will look different to a normal walkthrough. It shows just the essentials, so you don't need to spend a long time watching this video. And today we're playing Faxanadu for the NES. Before we get stuck into it, if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing to keep up to date. Helps out the channel a whole bunch, and I should have a new walkthrough out each week. Alright, so we'll start up the game. You get a small text scroll and head into town. You basically want to go into this building here and get a ring to go and see the king. And when you see the king, he gives you gold, and we can use that gold to buy equipment and get equipped for the rest of the game. Basically, the king will give you 1500 gold, but there's a very cheeky little exploit you can do to get that twice from the king. So we'll do it here. Basically, you go in and get the 1500 gold. Now, if you talk to the king again, he won't give you any more gold. But the way that he checks whether he's supposed to give you the gold is if you have no gold. So if we spend all 1500 of our gold, and go back and talk to the king, he will just give us another 1500. So anyway, buy the same items that I buy, and then you should end up back on 0 gold, and we'll go and talk to the king again. So this door on the left here, you talk to this guy, he sells you tools. So we want to buy that deluge down the bottom there, so you should have 1100 left. And we buy the red potion. Talk to him again. Red potion again. Talk to him again. Red potion again. And talk to him again. You want to get the elixir this time. And then we should have 300 left. And talk to this guy, he gives you keys. You want to get the J key. And you basically want to get that 3 times. Now, when you use keys in this game, the keys do get used up in the doors. So that's why I'm buying multiple of the same key there. It's a little bit frustrating, the whole key system. But you might notice we're back down onto 0 gold now, so we'll just go talk to the king again. You'll act like he's never seen us before and give us 1500 again. You don't have to do this to start the game, but it does make your time a lot easier. It saves you grinding for gold. Alright, once we got that 1500 gold again from the king, we're just going to head back out this way. So you can kill the enemies here, but if you'd done that, it probably would have ruined that gold planning we did. So talk to this guy who sells the tools again. And we want to get that hand dagger from him as well. So we're going to equip that hand dagger, and we're going to equip the deluge, both those things. And then we're going to start heading out of town here. Let's talk to this guy here with the dried meat. And if you buy that from him, it'll up your power and your magic. So you can sleep in like hotels in this game, but the dried meat guy is actually way better. He does the same thing, but for cheaper essentially. Now, you can have magic spells. That deluge thing does a fireball for us when we use it, or you can just attack normally with your sword. So it'll be up with the B button to use a magic spell, or down with the B button to use whatever item you've got in your inventory. But remember that your magic is quite limited. Now, you might notice that you're getting experience points as well as gold up the top. Experience is not that good in this game. In fact, it's almost a bad thing to get experience. So basically, the way that it works, when you get enough experience points, you can talk to a dude in a town who will level you up. And what that level does is it basically, when you restart the game with a password, you get more gold when you restart. Now that sounds good. You want more gold when you restart the game up again, so you might want to do some levels up. Just be aware that leveling up will also make it so that when you use the wing boots, which is an item we'll get later, they last for less time. So leveling up too much will make that section of the game harder. So basically what I'm saying is don't grind heaps for experience. It's not really worth it. Now when you're ready, head into town here. You want to talk to this guy and buy the shield from him. Don't forget to equip that as well. Alright, head back out. And we're going to head to the right. Once done that, just more enemies to deal with. We're just going to progress through to the right here. Grab the gold as it drops from the enemies. We'll need lots of gold through the game. So unlike experience, gold is actually good. Equip the key J and then press B down to use it, and you'll enter the door. So this is sort of like our first little dungeony area. You just want to climb up this ladder and go to the left. You will notice me using the fireballs to take care of those enemies. So using magic on those enemies is good because you can't get down low enough to sword them usually. Take care of these guys. You might want to fireball those guys as well. If they drop bread, that'll just up your health as well, so that's always good. Head across to the right here. And you got this little boss guy. Alright, so we get that little upgrade. That item we just picked up basically lets us break rocks, which will help us progress through the game a little bit later. So just make your way out of this dungeon here. Keep going to the left. And we'll drop down there. Alright, we'll head out this door and then over to the right. So we need to equip that item we just got and then use it on those 2 blocks to get through. Alright, make your way up through here, just climbing that ladder and jumping off to the left. Those guys that I just killed usually drop bread, so they're good. And you just want to go up here. And then continue on into this town here. Got a little shop here, so you want to talk to this guy. Now I'm getting the longsword, and don't forget to equip that because that'll sort of up your attack power there. I like to go for sort of a glass cannon approach in these games, so I didn't buy the mail, but you can if you want to. I'm also going to level up with this guy. Just remember that there is a bit of a trade-off with leveling up. So if you're not planning on using a password, so for example if you're using save states, you might actually not want to level up. Grab the Q key, equip the longsword, and we're going to head up here. We need the Q key to get through another door later. And you just head up through here. We're going to use the J key on that door and that'll let us through. Alright, through here we're just going to climb up this. Notice as well with the longsword we can take care of those ground enemies, which is very good. Climb up here and then just climb up the ladder to the left. Alright, we're going to climb up that ladder there and head off to the right. Alright, so we need to give this guy an elixir to basically heal up the spring there. Now we bought an elixir right at the start of the game. And conveniently, if we look here, well, we get the ointment there, which is going to be really good because the ointment basically makes you invincible for a small period of time, and that's going to help us get through this really awful bit of the game. There we go. Now you have this little snake boss. You might have your ointment active still if you've made it there quickly. If not, just take care of it. And then go past that guy. Climb up. So we got another elixir there, which is really good because we'll need that for the fountain. We also got the wing boots. Now the wing boots was that item I was saying before. If you've leveled up too much, then the wing boots last for less time. So just be careful of that. I'm going to drop down to this next room here and drop down here. Basically come up through here, take care of this enemy. You're going to drop down to this next room. Now you'll notice I'm actually going back up and down. Now there's a specific thing that I'm waiting for here. Notice there's another pair of wing boots. That has a random chance of appearing when you kill those 3 bees. So you should really go up and down until it spawns wing boots, and don't drop off the platform because otherwise you won't be able to get back up. So now we have 2 wing boots in our inventory. It's very important. Otherwise we're going to go and buy another one which costs more gold. Drop down to the right. Take care of these enemies here. Use your wing boots. And float up. Notice we got 40 seconds to use these for. That would be 10 seconds if we're at the maximum level. So they already would have run out. There's another fountain. And conveniently we got the elixir before. There we go. Alright, wing boots are still active, so just, use them to get up here. Saves you a bit of walking around. And we're back into town. Just go into this shop here. Now, I didn't have enough jack keys before, so you want to buy another jack key. Alright, once you got that J key, you just want to head up. Wing boots probably running out now or a little bit earlier. But just make your way back up through. I'm going to use the J key to get into this, which is actually the place we were at just before. Take a right when you get in here. Keep up to the left now. Got this little boss guy to take care of. Head through and we can go through here. Now this guy will give us a key there, so that's really good. Once you've done that, just head back out and off to the right. We got this door here, so we're going to use that key that we just got. And then we got another little boss fella in here to take care of. And we got another fountain. So that's 3 fountains so far. Not like the springs, essentially. So now that we got the ruby ring, we can go back up to that other rock that we got to push out of the way. So just go back to the left here, follow this path up. And off to the left. So this is the rock that he was talking about to push out of the way, just this one in here. Push it, and there we go. That opens up the staircase. We use the key, and we're into this new section of the game. So the game's pretty broadly broken up into sections, so this is like climbing higher up the tree, and the game is set on a very big tree. Take a right here, keep progressing through. Down that ladder, and we're into a town. So we've got this shop here, you can talk to the guy. I'm going to buy a shield there. And I'm also going to get the thunder. So basically the thunder is just a slightly stronger magic compared to the fire magic we had before, and you can equip that from the pause menu. And now we're done here, I'm just going to equip that shield that I bought and the thunder. And head through here to the key shop. So basically here I bought 2 of the queen keys, the Q keys. And then we're going to progress on. Drop down here, just keep progressing on to the right. Going to go up that ladder there. And off to the right again. So 3 doors here, you want to go into the middle one. This guy just gives us a little level up if you want it. And keep going to the left now. We do have to use the wing boots that we picked up before. And go up through that ladder section with the wing boots, then back down through this ladder, and we're into town. This guy can give us a new level up as well, because we've got enough experience for it. Head into the key shop. Now this guy sells the king key and the queen key. We want to get the king key. You should still have the boots active there for a little bit, so you can just jump up here, but it won't really achieve much. Keep going around essentially. Now those enemies that I'm dealing with there usually drop bread, so if you're low on health, seek those ones out and they can heal you up. Jump up across here. And into that left door. You want to talk to this guy. So you do actually want to talk to him before you go in there. And then just jump off the ladder to the left. And then climb up this section. And then we got to use the key to get inside there. And the key that we got to use there is the king key, so just use that one. Head off to the right once we're in that dungeon. And take care of this little boss guy here. Take care of that boss thing. And this boss guy. So we get the black onyx, so we're going to head back out to the left. And back out here, just going to go to the right. You can actually go and talk to the guy that we were just talking to before. But first we're going to go into town. We're going to buy ourselves another king key. So scratch that, another 2 king keys in total. So make sure you just bought 2 king keys there. Alright, head back up. Just off to the left here, you want to talk to this guy who challenged us to get that thing before. Alright, so it gives us the A key, and we can use that to get through here. We're now into a new section of the game. It's like the branches of the tree, essentially. They love hiding stuff behind these pillars, so just watch out for that. We'll use the key to get through the door there. And that was the K key that we used to get through there. Alright, now that glove gives you more power, and that was hidden behind the pillar, so that'll make this boss a lot easier to deal with. And the glove sort of wears off right after we're done dealing with the boss. Now, once we've done that, just head sort of up here. We're going to use the key to open the door. And off into this branch, drop down here. Fall down here and go to the right. And then you're going to go to the right from here. And sort of climb up behind those little trunk things and you get the magical rod. And you go to the right here and take care of this enemy. You get some battle armor. And then back to the left and sort of up the ladder here. Once I've done that, just keep heading up here. Drop down and through the door. We're into a town here, so we get a key shop. And I've just bought 2 king keys in this key shop. Alright, back out to the left. I needed these king keys to open a little section down here, so he's heading back. Back up to the left there, we use the king key to get through that door. And back up to the left here as well. I'm going to drop down and go to the right here. This brings us to a town as well. Going to do a little level up as well. But we want to talk to this guy about getting the Ring of Dwarf. So the reason we needed to talk to that guy is because we're waiting until we had all 3 of those items from before that we picked up, just so that he'll actually give it to us, otherwise he won't. Alright, talk to this guy. We can get tools, we can get some more red potions if we'd like to. And I'm actually just selling off some of my red potions just to make some more money because I want to get this new weapon. Now you may have more gold than me at this point and not have to sell your red potions off, but you might want to grab that giant blade and shield because the last dungeon is pretty tricky. Make sure you equip that stuff as you buy it as well. Alright, so he sold us that. I'm going to equip that giant blade and head back up through the tree. Going to use a key to get back through the door. Head up through here, just drop down and to the right. Climb up these ladders here. And we're sort of getting back towards that town we were in just before. Now, you can spawn wing boots there by killing all the enemies on that screen, so leave and enter the screen until you manage to spawn the wing boots. This dude will sell as dried meat, so do that until your magic and health is pretty much full. Go in here, you can level up if you want to, and into this little dungeon section here. Down there, we're just going to head to the left, drop down through here, off to the right, and climb up above this stuff. I'm going to climb up these ladders, continue around this dungeon, into this little room here. This brings us deeper in. We're going to head down the ladders there and off to the right. Jump up across the gap there and into this room. This boss is pretty hectic, so that's why you wanted to buy that shield before. This boss is not easy to deal with. But we get the Dragon Slayer sword thing, So just head up to the left now, drop down, and to the left again. You can grind for some bread here if you want. Talk to this guy, gives you another sword. And off to the left here. Back out of that bit. Alright, now we want to go into that door and we can actually get our way through. I'm going to use the wing boots to get up there. And we pick up the ointment. And with the ointment, we can bring that up through here. So having the ointment for that boss makes it like super easy. And believe it or not, that was actually the last boss. Having the ointment there really helps. So if you've done that, you got to the end of the game. That's going to be all for this video. I hope you found it useful and thanks so much for watching.